Ordinarily, this project would take a year. We're going to try to do it in 4 to 5 months.
I think on paper, the idea of taking 4 IONIQ 5Ns to Pikes Peak, a race we've never competed in, sounds difficult enough.
It is probably one of the most dangerous races that still goes on. These guys take on immense risk by running this event, and it's just everything has to go right.
Hyundai has a long history of proving our new technologies at Pikes Peak, going all the way back to 1992. So ultimately, we want to prove that our production vehicles, without any major modifications, can rise to this challenge and do it fast.
Being an EV, working with the IONIQ 5N is all new to us. So when Hyundai presented this challenge, of course we said yes, but we knew there was going to be significant hurdles we'd have to overcome.
We're entering 2 of our 641 horsepower IONIQ 5Ns to capture the electric production SUV crossover record. About 12.5 miles, 156 turns, and 4,700 feet of elevation change on top of that.
We've tried to stack the deck in our favor. We have drivers who've been there multiple times and won multiple times. We have crew members and engineers who have been there and won there. So we have the best chance at pulling it off in a short period of time, but ordinarily this project would take a year. We're going to try to do it in 4 to 5 months.
So EV performance at Pikes Peak is relatively new. That means there's no roadmap to making this car go fast up the mountain. While there's not a lot to modify, the things that we do have to change, every little bit counts.
What we've done is we built a prototype of our race cars. Putting a cage in, making some safety modifications, making what performance modifications are allowed per the rules for the production class. And so what's important right now is putting all those pieces together, making sure everything fits, not just from the car side, but from the team and the personnel and equipment side, making sure we have all the right tools to go do this job.
We're going to compete in a production class, so as per the rules, it has to have a full roll cage, and the roll cage needs to be welded in. So electronics in general, we need to isolate all the electrical components before it gets welded. We'll drop the car, it's almost fully gutted in preparation for the roll cage. So the rest of this week is preparing for that, and then we'll just keep getting organized. In 2 weeks, we'll meet back here and we'll start the build process of the car.
Most racetracks you go to have tons of gravel traps and runoff and tire barriers and safety. There's none of that here. It's trees and cliffs and rocks. And so a lot of what we do to these cars is just to make sure that our guys are safe.
The biggest hurdles, there are lots of electronics and wiring in the cars that aren't in typical production cars. So trying to navigate through that has been a little bit of a challenge, but EV is just kind of an uncharted thing that we've never done. So this is just exciting because it's something new for us.
We just got the car back today. It's been at the roll cage fabricator. We have our Hyundai support people coming in tomorrow from California, which will be great. Tonight is to get the battery in. Tomorrow when they show up, we'll learn a lot because that'll be the first time we'll power the car back up from disassembly. We're headed out to California next week, but we wanted to stop here to just do an initial shakedown, just a systems check.
With the EV, we have a large battery pack, and inside of that battery pack, we're going to be using a lot of energy throughout the testing. Replacing all that energy, using all that energy creates a lot of heat. If the battery temperature is too warm, then we lose the ability to use the battery to its full capacity, and we have to find the perfect balance.
This is our first chance to see, under heavy braking, what type of temperatures we're generating. So we just want to make sure that, initially we're not seeing huge problems with that, but this is all just kind of step 0.5 and 10 steps. We went out for a 15-minute session, did everything we needed to do, and now we're back just cooling the battery, assessing how that works, and go out for another run.
We're just about done here at our shakedown. Everything's gone really well. We've got a couple little notes, some software updates to do when we go to the test in California, but we can go from here.
It's an exciting project, so I just want to really thank you guys for being part of this. We just want to do a really good job for Hyundai, so whatever we can do to help you guys, we want to do that. Thank you. Good job. I'm really excited to have the team of people we have on this project, and I feel like if we have great people, they solve the hurdles. I don't have to clear many of the hurdles. They do that for us.
There will come a point when all this stuff comes in and the timeline's kind of slamming shut.
Okay, you ready?
You have to have every day go smooth or it spills into the next day, and it makes that next day a challenge.
Yep, should be ready to go now.
Everything we do to this car is based on what we learned here at California's Proving Grounds, this test. It is essential to our success.
It's like bizarre speed. I gotta reel myself in. If that happens at Pikes, that's a bad time.